keep your spirit in your house. Yeah, you will play football. When it's time for the game, come and play ball and not spirit.
I think this quote is coming from a man who felt like Anfield spirit will help them. Okay, so we'll come back to tactics and touchlines. Today we are doing touchline trends, the Champions League edition, and Champions League with a new phase, and now we are in the quarterfinals. With some of the games coming up, with Arsenal against Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, Aston Villa, FC Bayern Munich against Inter Milan, and Barcelona against Dortmund. I want us to start with the Barcelona Dortmund. We touch on it like a few minutes, then we move on to the other games. With Barcelona Dortmund, if we are looking into this game, Dortmund, I think on our last show, we all said that we were going to progress ahead of Dortmund, and Dortmund had a surprising victory over Lille in France. What do you think this game Dortmund can do to make sure that they are getting into the Champions League final again in 2 successful seasons? So, Prince, let's look at the Dortmund side and the Barcelona side. Going into the 2-leg games, Barcelona will be playing home at first. What do you think Dortmund need to do to at least outsmart Barcelona in Spain?
That would be a very difficult task to do. Honestly, they don't have a coach like Luis Enrique who come up with an attack against Liverpool. So they'll need their players to come all out. Yeah. I think they played earlier in a group form, and I think they lost against Barcelona at their park, Signal Iduna Park. Yeah. And the advantage here is that there's a 2-legged tie, so they might want to get an advantage result at home, which is very, very advantageous enough to want to go and defend their win at home. Yeah. So away from home. So it will take a lot. It will take, because that Barcelona side, the Yamal, Rafinha, those guys, Pedri, especially Pedri, that guy is something else. And I don't know, it will be very difficult. Honestly, it will be difficult for them.
Okay, so let's look at the first game, the first leg coming up with Barcelona playing at home. What do you think the scoreline would be in that particular game?
Barcelona playing at home, maybe a 3-1 or a 3-2
for Barcelona.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Raf, let's look at the Paris Saint-Germain Aston Villa game. I think this is one game everybody was looking out for, an English quarterfinals between Liverpool and Aston Villa. But Paris Saint-Germain went ahead of Liverpool. Do you think Aston Villa can be one of the English teams to stop this amazing Paris Saint-Germain team? And what do Aston Villa need to do? Especially looking at the Liverpool 2-leg games against Paris Saint-Germain, what do Aston Villa need to do to stop this Paris Saint-Germain team in this Champions League game?
Difficult one for Aston Villa. Very, very difficult one. Because I can tell you, any team that comes up against Liverpool and is able to get the win, it's not a bad team, because Liverpool has been very organized this season. So any team that wins against Liverpool is a very good team. Started from Nottingham Forest when they beat Liverpool. People underrated them. Oh, Nottingham Forest is just a fluke. But we just saw that they are really in for business. But now, looking at Aston Villa, if they can be able to handle the pressure that Liverpool were under when Liverpool play Paris Saint-Germain, it's going to be difficult. And then they have the likes of Marco Asensio. Yes, I think he's eligible to play since he's the champion. He's coming on loan from Paris Saint-Germain.
No, but he'll be able to play.
He's eligible to play. He'll be able to play.
This Champions League.
Okay. So that will give them an extra man in terms of attacking. They have the Oli Watkins, the Asensios, the Leon Baileys. They can do, but Unai Emery knows how to play these cup competitions. Don't bear in mind he did magic with Sevilla, winning the Europa League, I think back-to-back or so. He knows how to play the cup competition. He will parade his team. You feel like, they don't have a lot of stars in their team, but he's going to do. But I trust Unai Emery. But as to if he's going to be able to handle that pressure, and how Luis Enrique has been very motivated after taking out Liverpool, I think Paris Saint-Germain will beat. For the marketing purposes and for the Champions League to be much more interesting, I would like to see Paris Saint-Germain progress so that it will be very, very more competitive. Yes.
Okay. So looking at this game, Paris Saint-Germain will be playing home first, similar to what Liverpool had to face. And do you think Aston Villa going into this game needs to have that thing in mind that you can go to France and win by a goal to nil, but still the second leg is important? What do you think their strategy would be, especially going to France for the first leg?
It will be difficult for them. The likes of Ezri Konsa in central defense and Tyrone Mings as the defensive partnership. I don't know if they have been to this big stage in terms of playing the European competition before. But if you look at the players in team, they are not average players at all. They are world-class players from Donnarumma, Hakimu, that Nuno Mendes guy, the left back, fantastic player. And look at Marquinhos. He's been there for years. He has gathered experience. And look at the John Neves, the Vitinha, the Fabian Ruiz, and then they have Varaskelia, Bakula, and then these are top class players who have played at the biggest stage in world football. But as to if Ezri Konsa and Tyrone Mings and the Matikash and this French boy, Lucadini, if they can be able to handle that pressure coming from Paris Saint-Germain. Because even Liverpool, anytime we attack, we're thinking about Ousmane Dembele. As we said, he's a left, I don't know, he's ambidextrous. He can play with both the left and the right foot. He can switch. Right. It will be difficult for Paris and so it will be difficult for Aston Villa. I think they will go down at least by 2 or 3
goals. What do you think the scoreline would be for the first league game between Paris Saint-Germain and Aston Villa?
3-0.
3-0 for Paris Saint-Germain. Okay, Sam, let's look at I think one of the most difficult games in this round will be the Bayern Munich against Inter Milan game. These are two strong teams when it comes to the Champions League. Inter Milan are very solid defensively. Bayern Munich are also scoring goals. They had 5-0 aggregate against Bayern Leverkusen. Going into this game, what should we look at, especially with both teams? Inter Milan being defensively solid, Bayern Munich also scoring goals. If we are to look at this game, what should Bayern Munich do to make sure that they can get 2 goals ahead of Inter Milan? Because Inter Milan has conceded just 2 goals in the Champions League in this whole from group phase to the round of 16. What should Bayern Munich do to get more goals against a team like Inter Milan?
I think that for the Inter Bayern game, the game will be won not on the pitch but outside the pitch. It will be more of what the coaches can really bring in play, because you have 2 different teams at both sides. You have Bayern having a really good attacking team, and Inter having a very solid from not even just from defense, from midfield back to defense. So it's that small spark that you have that can change games, or that small twist that can pave way for you to score. And let's not forget, Inter are also very good in scoring also. So that's small. If Bayern open up and be all attacking and try to attack with all force, I think Inter will counter and punish them with the kind of strikers that they have. They will still hold that low block and defend very well, very compact. And Bayern has to have that. I believe in every team, you should have that one person that if things are going very, very tough, that one person that can change things, that is, let's say, off the plan that they came with. If Bayern has that person or that prolific midfielder that can change things when things are going that tough, I think they can pull a shot. But I think Inter will win by a very close margin. I'm saying 2-1 or 3-2. It will be that a huge margin. I think there will be just 1 goal interval. It will be a very compact game of both sides, one trying to attack, one trying to maintain the defense. But I think Inter will win. I think that it will be a game of 2 legs. You either see a draw in one leg and a win in the other leg. But I think Inter will surely win at the end of the day.
Okay, so let's look at the biggest game of the quarterfinals. That is the Real Madrid against Arsenal. And the first leg we played at the Emirates. I think this fixture has been played once in the Champions League history. And Arsenal won by 1-0 against Real Madrid. And every Arsenal fan has that particular flyer on their phone. I think Prince is having that flyer right now on his phone. That is what Arsenal fans are holding on to till the fixture comes to an end. Ralph, let's look at this game. Arsenal having a 9-2 aggregate coming into this game. Real Madrid struggling against Atletico coming into this game. Tactically, do you think Arteta can be able to match Ancelotti when it comes to a two-legged game like this?
There's going to be a big surprise. People are going to be shocked.
Prince is shaking his head, but I want you to explain to me which surprise are you talking about?
Yes.
Claim this.
There's going to be a shocker.
Ralph,
Football world.
1 minute. I like what you said because when
but let him complete with a shocker.
Okay. You continue.
It is going to be a shocker. See, Mikel Arteta, if there's any bigger opportunity for him to sell himself for the whole world to know that this is a good manager, this is the time.
Yes.
Real Madrid is there for the taking. Look, what is the only thing pushing Madrid now is the spirit. Tactically, they are not playing well at all. To the extent that a team that is playing a central midfielder as a right back in Federico Valverde and the likes, Tchouaméni playing in central defense, it is the spirit that is driving them forward. But I believe in Mikel Arteta. Look, the team he has set up is a very good team. Gabriel Saliba, Jurien Timber. These guys, Thomas Partey, please, this is the game he should cement his position as one of the best DMs in the world. This game. If there's any other game that Thomas Partey and Declan Rice can prove that they are quality players, it is this game. Forget about them not having a striker. It is even a good sign. But I don't know if Bukayo Saka will be around. But even if Bukayo Saka is around, they shouldn't rush him. They should go with their normal players. Trossard and those guys. They are very, very quick and I know what they can do. So, Benedict, I am saying that Real Madrid have the quality, but the quality is going to Vinicius Jr. That is a secret. If they can stop Vini Jr., Madrid is off. If they can stop Vini Jr., Madrid is off. And I trust the right back. If it is Ben White or Timber or whoever will come against Timber, whoever will come up against Vini Jr., he should give Vini Jr. a difficult task. He should give him a hard game. And Thomas Partey in that midfield with Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni, Kamavinga and the likes, they'll bully the other guys. But Partey should show him he's a Ghanaian boy from Ashaiman. He should show them what he can do and prove to the entire world that Arsenal, if Arsenal is able to beat Real Madrid, guys, let's get ready for a shocker in the world. And I believe...
Okay, Sam.
Let me finish. Sam, let me finish. Benedict. Let me finish.
Why do I feel like you are trying to make Prince happy because you people are taking
no.
Exactly. No. Ralph is just hyping Prince for that.
No. Ralph, continue.
Arsenal will beat Madrid. Please, who is playing who's playing at home first?
Arsenal is playing at Emirates first, and they will go to Santiago Bernabeu in the return leg.
Yes. They will beat Madrid at the Emirates. They will beat Madrid at the Emirates, and they will draw at the Santiago Bernabeu, and then Arsenal progress to the next leg of the competition.
Okay, solid. Sam, let's look at this game. Do you think the game would be won if Arsenal need to qualify? They need to win comfortably at Emirates because Santiago Bernabeu is not a place you can go and joke. We've seen clubs go there, score 3-4 goals, and still get to lose. Do you think Arsenal should win at the Emirates comfortably if they want to qualify ahead?
Ralph will always find one nice way to give us a clip at the end of the day. I'm surprised Prince is happy, smiling because you're here when he said 2-0 easy.
Prince, the only thing he needs now is motivation.
No, Ralph said this last with the last match that if Atletico want to beat Madrid, they should find a nice way or a very hard way to block Vinicius out. And I think they did that. But not with one player, with 2 or 3 players. The moment he had the ball, you saw 3 players rushing towards him. The issue is, listen, I think Simeone is one coach that has the players. They play exactly like how he is. He's very aggressive. So the players play with that aggressiveness. I don't see Arsenal, and there's no banter. I don't see Arsenal in any way being that aggressive and that compact against Madrid.
Okay.
You've seen them play. You've seen them play several times. This is the same Arsenal that couldn't mark Garnacho couldn't mark Zexi, couldn't match players in the EPL. You expect them to mark Vinicius on a typical day. I'm coming on a typical day that he wants to win Champions League. That guy smells blood. He has lost the Ballon d'Or to Rodri, and he wants to make a point. With the game against Atletico, after the 60th minute, I felt like he was down for, and he needed to rest. But you could see that he clearly wanted to prove something and play. I don't know who they will man mark him with or who they will try to play him with, but I know he's our own boy. But Partey is gone. Partey's legs are not that. Partey is a stable midfielder. If you try to man mark him with or try to mark him with anyone, that person would disgrace him. And with the speed that Vinicius have, I clearly want to say it's not Timber. I don't see Timber doing it. I don't really see Gabriel doing it. It will be a tough match. If they win, it's a miracle. But clearly, let's be honest, I don't see Arsenal coming out from this game in any way. At times, if tactics does not work, passion and the spirit for the game should work. And as of now, Madrid has that in thousandfold. And I don't think they will break that. They are not really scared of home and away. I feel that that's for Madrid. They don't care if they are playing in your room or in your backyard. They will play against you. Arsenal now does not have that spirit that, listen, we want to win something. If you are playing at Emirates, or if you are playing our home, we should have that. No, I think Madrid will sail through. In as much as most of us would not like it, Madrid will sail through easily. Both first and second leg, you can claim these two things with what Ralph said and what I'm also saying. It will be an easy win for Madrid, both home and away. And you come back
easy.
And Prince will ask Ralph why he got him or had
that. Okay, Prince. With all that Sam has said, it's like he wish or he's thinking Arsenal will lose against Real Madrid. As an Arsenal fan, going deeper into yourself, do you think Arsenal has the men to stand this Real Madrid team, especially when it comes to a Champions League, that the second league will be played at the Santiago Bernabeu? What do you think Arteta needs to do to beat this Real Madrid team?
I think when we're done with our match against PSG, and Madrid was also done with Atletico and Madrid are qualified. More people were like, hey, they were coming to my DM, and I was like, I was just saying one thing. That's why when Raf said that, I was like, wow. I was saying we are going to surprise the world, and I'm saying this with so much confidence that we are going to surprise the world. Okay. I saw a Chelsea team win a final against Bayern Munich team that had Robin, that had Ribery, that had so much attack. Bayern Munich was
Bayern Munich even played at home that Champions League final.
Yeah, you understand. Yeah. So I believe it will be just little margins that will decide the game we are going to play against Madrid. Madrid are not good currently. They're not good. Honestly, if I think I watched one podcast today that had this football statistics, and Arsenal were rating third to teams that were going to had the chance to win the Champions League, and were third. I think after Inter and Bayern Munich or something. So to be honest with you, Madrid have the spirit. That's their turf. They can conjure the world spirit to come and support them on that day. But Charlie will surprise the world. I don't know, but I have that confidence that, see, people will come in and be like, hey, it will just be like a magic. It will just be like a magic. Okay, so this is a home and away something. So if it was just a one game, I would have said maybe it would be a bit difficult for us. But we'll start from our place and go and end it at this. Charlie, we'll surprise the world.
Okay, so Prince, what do you think the scoreline will be on the first leg at the Emirates, Arsenal vs Real Madrid?
On the first leg, I'm looking at maybe a 3-1 or a 4-1. You know, against you know, what funny thing?
Because you know business.
No, I'm coming. You know what funny thing? See, you know what funny thing? I didn't for a second believe that we were going to score PSG 7 goals.
Yes.
You get it? Because this is a team that scored Liverpool 3-2. This is a team that scored Inter. I don't know if they scored Inter or
they scored Juventus.
They scored Juventus.
Yeah. Juventus, yeah.
To score them 7 goals at their home, Charlie, we'll go
for 4-1, a 4-1 or a 3-1.
Yeah, 4-1 and 3-1.
Okay, Raf. What do you think the scoreline will be between Arsenal and Real Madrid in the first leg?
4-1.
For Arsenal.
Okay. Yes, for Arsenal. But quick one. Benedict, quick one before we go. PSG, I want to ask, between PSG and Real Madrid, which of the two teams is playing so well this season? I think everybody will go for Paris Saint-Germain.
Yes. In the Champions League, I think the only team that are playing well are PSG and also Inter Milan. Inter Milan are also playing so well, yes.
Arsenal dismantled this Paris Saint-Germain team. Football doesn't always follow that logic. Football doesn't always follow. Luis Enrique himself said,
we scored PSG 2-0.
Yes.
And Arsenal battled well with Inter Milan.
Exactly. And Luis Enrique himself said one of the most organized teams he has played against is Arsenal. This Champions League is not about spirit. Keep your spirit in your house. Yeah, you will play football. When it's time for the game, come and play ball. And
wait. I think this quote is coming from a man who felt like Anfield spirit will help them.
Same man that said there's this spirit of Anfield is saying, keep your spirit home.
The spirit are not working anymore.
No, that means he has experienced that and seen that no, this season is not about spirit. It's about hard work.
Yeah,
hard work and football.
That's it. So, Sam, what do you think the scoreline will be between Arsenal and Real Madrid at the Emirates?
Before I say anything, if you go back to the first leg that Arsenal won 7-1, if you check the stats, Arsenal played very well, but it was also a bad day for the PSV strikers. Not just PSV, for the PSV strikers. They had low rates around 5 point something rated, but they had chances to score. The only difference between those two teams was Arsenal took their chances and they scored. When they came to the second leg, you saw how they played. Some will argue, yes, Arsenal felt like they were through already, so they didn't really have to do much. But it was a very close game. Arsenal don't have it. And I've made predictions since last week that, listen, Liverpool will fall out, and they did. I'm saying this too. Arsenal will get a 1 goal home, but at the end it will be a 3-1 win for Madrid.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with a few minutes left, let's look at Prince. With this Champions League, we are in the quarter-finals. Who do you think will get into the Champions League final? Which two teams do you think will get into the Champions League final? And which team do you think will win?
So I'm looking at we playing Barcelona in the final and we winning it.
Okay, solid, very solid. Ralph, which two teams do you think will get into the Champions League final and who is going to win?
For my love for the talent Serie and for how I love the talent Serie, I'll tip Inter Milan going to that finals. And Inter Milan versus Arsenal final.
So meaning Inter Milan and Arsenal final and Inter Milan will win. Inter Milan will win. So meaning Arsenal are beating Real Madrid and will go ahead and beat Paris Saint-Germain or Aston Villa.
Easy. Paris Saint-Germain and Aston Villa. Yes, easy.
Sam, with this game, what do you think? Which teams are you tipping to get into the final and who is going to win?
I think it would be fair if we see a PSG Inter
final
at the final, because they've played really well and they deserve to be in the finals. Whenever Ralph says easily, Prince should know this by now. If Ralph says easily, you should know that it's not. I don't know why you are happy saying But if France says easily, you should know that it's not that easy.
So Inter Milan and Paris Saint-Germain, who is going to win the Champions League?
Inter, but I think
Inter.
I think it will boil down to who want it more and who really will fight.
I think both teams have been into recent Champions League finals and have lost.
Yes.
Inter lost and Paris Saint-Germain also lost. So it will be a good game for both.
Yeah, so I think those two really want it. PSG has bottled so many Champions League and they actually need one. So yeah, it will be a really nice final if those two go.
Okay, so thank you all for joining on the Tactics Touchlines and Trends. We are looking at the Champions League edition and we are all tipping Arsenal. Ralph and Prince is tipping Arsenal to get into the final and win the Champions League. Sam is saying no, Arsenal wouldn't get even ahead of Real Madrid. And we are all waiting to look at the Champions League final, which will be played on the 31st. I think we would even have other episodes coming up leading to the final, and we'll see that if our predictions have been able to get to this particular final. For me, I think the Champions League final will be between PSG and Inter Milan, or PSG and Bayern Munich. I think Barcelona wouldn't be able to stop this Inter Milan team. So PSG and Inter Milan, and I think PSG would win with the players Luis Enrique have been able to assemble. I think they are very strong. They are one of the strongest in the Champions League. So thank you all for joining us on the show, and we are looking at other subsequent episodes. You'll be on to give us your in-depth analysis on the game. So thank you all.
All right.
Thank you too. Bye.